Hey everybody, this is Doug here from Armadillo Creek. Getting a bit of a late start to my day, unfortunately. Last night the roads were really bad out on the highway that I live off of. It was kind of a perfect storm for black ice and frozen conditions. We pretty much had hours and hours of a frozen rain combined with temperatures right at freezing. So it was not really a safe time to be on the roads last night, and even all the way up until this morning. It is getting close to 11 o'clock right now where I'm at, and I'm just barely getting to work. Last weekend or weekend before, God, time flies by so quick, my wife went off the road. I did do a blog about it. I'll put a link in the description there if you want to check it out. She decided that instead of trying to make it home last night, to stay the night with friends. And I'm really grateful that she did, because that was a really scary time for us. And her and I talking about it, we kind of realized that, that feeling of being trapped and powerless out in a rural area is a very scary feeling. It is not something that is making me doubt my decisions or my choices, moving out here and starting this kind of life. But it has made me really think about what I am doing for employment and what I'm doing for a job and what my wife is having to do for, work as well. We had a plan when we got here to kind of get set up, get limping, kind of get a few things going, but we would probably have to get some sort of day job at the beginning. In the area that I'm originally from, in Colorado, when we had inclement weather days, you didn't come to work. It's okay. There were some days where you still had to, but all of our employers always kept an eye on the maintenance of the area, the treatment of the roads, the weather conditions, and they would follow all those things proactively to kind of give us a good idea if it would be safe or not to come to work. And they would always err on the side of caution. Moving here, we've had a couple of run-ins to where it wasn't necessarily the case. For example, the night my wife had her accident, she informed her employer that the roads were going to be really bad that night, and she didn't know if she would want to come in or if she could maybe leave early, and they wouldn't budge either way. They pretty much said, no, you need to come into work and do your job, or you're just not going to work here. And that night she got into an accident, and they did not seem to really care. She had injured her hand, and she kind of got a hard time about that. Since her fingers weren't completely broken, they were really trying to pass it off as that she was, not really that badly injured, and she was making a bigger deal out of it than it was, and that was not the case at all. My wife was in full shock when she got to my front door, that night. Her hand was completely swollen. She couldn't feel her fingers or toes. She was uncontrollably shaking, and that was due to both shock and the beginnings onsets of hypothermia. She had a really scary brush with a nasty survival situation and came out on top, made the right decisions. Even though it was a little scary, she made the right decisions to get to safety, before anything bad could have happened, and I'm so thankful, but running into conditions with employers like that, it really gives you a worse sense of being trapped than any sort of ice on a road or a road condition or a flood or anything like that, Here this person is who's completely in charge of providing you with the means to feed yourself and to pay your bills and to do what you need to do, and they just do not care if you put yourself in danger. They do not take your opinion or your feelings into consideration. They automatically come from this angle of, well, you're probably lying because you want a day off. When it's, people honestly trying to come forward and say, hey, I'm trying to be safe here. I do not feel safe on these roads. I would like to do something, make some sort of arrangement. Call in, half day, you work another day, to do something, to be flexible. And it amazes me how unflexible employers can be when it comes to that. And it really is giving me a fire and an energy to make my homestead successful and to make my steam platform successful, and to make my life more self-sufficient to where I do not have to depend on somebody writing my paycheck. That's the one thing that has led me out here more than anything else, is that I want to provide for myself and not have somebody constantly looking over me, and writing me a paycheck. I can't do that anymore. I want to make my own work in my own life. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to share that today because it's really been on my mind a lot. And let me know if you feel the same way or if employers have done that to you. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. You folks take care, all right? We'll be seeing you.